Good evening everyone and welcome to Gladiators TV. My name is Gareth Bemister and I am here once again on a Tuesday evening at the Plymouth Coliseum as we host Jubilee Championship League Racing Southern once again. Tonight we have got the Plymouth Gladiators going up against the POOLE Pirates. Plenty of needle between these two teams. They've met several times already this season. They had, of course, that 45 all earlier in the year, which was absolutely fantastic. That was at Wimborne Road. We're at the Coliseum tonight, where they have been beaten here already. They being the POOLE Pirates. They were beaten here not so long ago, but they've also beaten the Gladiators here earlier in the season earlier. So there's plenty to look forward to this evening. It really could go either way. We've had conversations earlier on in the van or in the pits as well. We don't know which way this is going to go either, because there's plenty of elements in this one that make it a little bit unusual. The Gladiators are without Hans Andersen. They're also without Michael Palm-Toft. And of course they've had the ongoing injury of Edward Kennett. So they're left with only a few regulars in the team to carry the team through for this meeting. The Pirates, they look as strong as ever. Danny King, of course, heading them up. And they've had some very good meetings this season already. They certainly will bring their A game here to the Coliseum tonight. So, a great night of Speedway is ahead. We did have a bit of rain here in Plymouth earlier, which I think probably did the track a world of good. It's been obviously a very dry couple of weeks, but we've had a little bit of rain and the track's looking good. There's a little bit more work to go on as well. I think all of the problems that you may have heard about in the week about some of the track equipment, they've not caused a problem at all tonight. So we are looking forward to some fantastic racing. So, we're going to go down to the pits and we're going to see if we can catch up with some people to find out what the thoughts are for some of the key people that are involved this evening. So we've come over to the home pits first and we've caught up with Alfie BOWTELL. Alfie, obviously you're one of the regulars at the moment at the Coliseum, and lots of the riders that are often here, you know, Michael and Hans aren't here, so bit of pressure for you tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I've just got to try relay the setups to the boys. Also the heat, it being so hot in England at the minute, it's going to be tough to sort of get dialed in maybe, but I don't know, hopefully we will have a good night and yeah, I perform how I know I should.
The track's been interesting lately. Obviously it's been so hot and there's been this problem on bends 3 and 4 that lots of the riders seem to be struggling with, but you don't seem to be having too much trouble with it.
To be fair, I do get caught out by that bit on bends 3 a bit. Touch wood, it sort of all goes smoothly tonight, and yeah, no, I just got to get up the front of my bike going in and hopefully it should be all good.
And your gating has obviously been the key this season. When you get out the gate, it's very difficult to overtake you. So is that something you've really been working on?
Yeah, just concentration on the start line and ride a really wide bike. That's the aim.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been doubling up, of course, with the Kent Royals down in the National Development League, a league that you really dominate. What's the sort of difference between, obviously you go so well in that Development League, is the difference that big between the Development League and the Championship?
Yeah, it is a big jump. I must admit, my gating just helps out in that league. As I know, as long as I pop out the gate, I shouldn't be getting overtaken, and that is the aim, just not to lose a race. But yeah, no, it's going well in that league. I think the top of the averages now, so that's cool. So happy with that.
Yeah, it's either going to be you or your mate Ben, so yeah, going real good. But obviously, POOLE Pirates tonight. There's been some great meetings so far this season between the two of you.
Yeah, no, we've had some good close, controversial meetings with POOLE, so hopefully we get the better of them tonight, and yeah, no, definitely get the better of them hopefully, so see how we go.
Yeah, great stuff. And obviously we are now 2 meetings into this Southern Jubilee Championship League, and the meeting at Birmingham obviously didn't quite go to plan.
Yeah,
Birmingham?
No, yeah,
Birmingham.
Yeah, no, so that was yeah, it was a tough old night. I don't know, to be fair, it took me a little while to get going, but I'm back there tomorrow for a guest booking, so I need to get dialed in around there, that's for sure.
Great stuff. Well, have a good night tonight, Alfie. Obviously, being one of the regular Gladiators, I'm sure lots of support for you tonight.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
So over to the away pits now, and we've caught up with Drew Kemp. And Drew, it's been a busy season for yourself, but wholly a really successful one so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. You know, there's certainly been more good ones more than bad ones, which is always a positive. So yeah, there's still obviously a couple of months left of the season, so you know, still busier than ever, like you say. So you know, now's the time to keep progressing and keep pushing on, especially now moved into the main body. So yeah, we'll keep going, and you know, hopefully come the end of the year we can say it's been a pretty good season. Yeah, great stuff. And obviously this evening we've moved away from the Championship, but POOLE Pirates doing very well in the Championship League at the moment, and things going well for the team with that in mind. Yeah, you know, again, we've had some good meetings and we've had some pretty bad meetings, so I think hopefully, you know, we've brought it back a little bit last week. Had a good win over Glasgow at home, so yeah, it's obviously nice to come away from the league, and I suppose there's not really much pressure tonight. Obviously, I think it's like a summer cup or something, isn't it? So yeah, although we'd like to win, but it's not the league at the end of the day, so where it really matters. So obviously we're going to come in this meeting to win it, and yeah, you know, just enjoy our racing, and yeah, hopefully take this into our actually league schedule.
Yeah, good. It's interesting to know your thoughts on where you are with the Jubilee Championship, Jubilee League. But yeah, I mean, the Coliseum obviously is a track that does catch people out, and you've ridden here a couple of times this season. So how have you felt out on the circuit?
Yeah, it's been good. It's definitely a different track. You know, it's something that you can't really compare it to anything other than a training track almost. But you know, you got to deal with it and get on with it. So that's what we seem to be doing, and it's definitely somewhere where you need to make some good starts. If you don't, then you're pretty stuck at the back. So yeah, it's important to get off to a good start, certainly. And you know, they've got some good riders around here, and you know, if you get stuck behind them, then you've got no chance. So I've obviously been here a couple of times, and it's still as tricky as ever. But no, hopefully tonight we can make some good starts, like I say, and yeah, go well.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, Drew, we will let you get on, because I know that you were busy relaxing before the race just now and sat with your feet up. But yeah, good luck for tonight, and hopefully it all goes well for the Pirates.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gareth. Our tape's up just moments away. Let's have a look at the 2 team lineups for you. Starting with the home team, Plymouth, led at number 1, the skipper, Ben Barker. And number 2, Alfie BOWTELL. Number 3, guest appearance for Lewis Kerr. Rider replacement operator number 4 for Michael Palmtoft. Another guest, Richie WORRALL at number 5. And 2 reserves, number 6, Harry McGURK. And number 7, Ben Morley. Their team manager, of course, is Garry May. For the POOLE Pirates, number 1 is Steve WORRALL. Drew Kemp rides number 2. The skipper, Danny King at number 3. Australian Zach Cook at number 4. Richard Lawson, number 5. Ben Cook, number 6. And Nathan Ablitt at number 7. Their team manager, of course, is Neil Middleditch. And it's Danny King and Ben Barker for the coin toss.
Tails, and it is a tails.
So tails has been called. Tails has been received. Let's see what happens here. Oh, okay, so heat 15 for Poole. So I think that gives Plymouth a choice in heat 1, so before they have to...
1 and 3 on heat number 1, so it'll be column A in your programme. Column A.
So,
yeah, column A, that means that it's... You're right, gate 1 and 3.
Got 1 and 3 for Plymouth.
So here is the POOLE Pirates, starting, of course, with Steve WORRALL, lining up against his brother, his twin brother this evening, of course. But Steve WORRALL at number 1, Drew Kemp, who we spoke to earlier, of course, at number 2. No, Danny King, what a busy season he's having, riding all over the place.
Listen, hang on.
He goes well round there. Richard Lawson.
Oh, a few boos there for Lawson.
Richard Lawson at number 5. Ben Cook at number 6, of course. And Nathan Ablitt, who's done a few laps down here as well. So some a strong-looking Pirates team.
Very strong indeed, yes. And I say this guy has been flying all season, and hopefully he's going to come back and get a decent score. Again, Alfie needs a good night. Here's what I'm looking forward to. Louis Kerr coming in as guest for Hans Anderson, Michael Palmtoft. And again, 2 guests that knows their way around the track in Richard Lawson,
Richie WORRALL.
Yeah, the contest going so fast, so I can't even keep up with the names there. It's crazy. But there you go. You got the 2 reserves. Richie WORRALL against his brother. So you got you got brothers from Australia, Zach and Ben, and you got 2 twin brothers in Richie and Stevie here. So thankfully they all have their own like race Kevlars and numbers and suits and that, so we're able to actually know who they are.
Here is the lineup for heat number 1. We've got Alfie BOWTELL up the inside in gate 1. Gate 2 is Drew Kemp in yellow. Ben Barker is in gate 3 in red, and Steve WORRALL will be in white for heat number 1, and he will be coming off the outside. So here we go, heat number 1.
And we all know how WORRALL is when he's trapping. He's difficult to beat. But here we go, referee Chris DURNO has his finger on the button, about to set these boys loose. Stand by for action, folks. It's Plymouth versus Poole. Gladiators TV, let's go racing.
Here we go then as the start marshal gets them ready, and the tapes go up, away they go. Barker makes a picture perfect start, and it's Ben Barker that dives straight for that inside line, and it is Alfie BOWTELL in the second, but we've got a red flag up for some reason here, so there was some sort of impairment. We got absolutely smothered in shale up here, so let's have a look and see what the problem was here. We'll have a look here. So
rider to the warning to the rider in red. Did he move first? Yeah.
So Ben Barker very keen to get going there. Luckily, didn't touch the tape.
This is a brand new shirt this morning.
Yeah, we've both got absolutely smothered up here as well. So here is the lineup for the rerun of heat number 1. Alfie BOWTELL up the inside in blue, and Drew Kemp on gate 2 in yellow. Ben Barker in gate 3 in red, with a warning, of course, and off the outside, Stevie Worrall in white. So we saw immediately Ben Barker dived for the inside. He made such a good start, he was able to.
Yeah, very good phrase.
All the fun of the fair.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I love Speedway for. Here we go, boys. Stand by for action. Take 2. Plymouth versus Poole here on Gladiators TV. And let's go racing.
Here we go then. The start marshal is ready. And the tapes go up, away they go. Barker's made another good start. He dives up the inside. BOWTELL is there in second as well. And it's Stevie Worrall that's putting Alfie BOWTELL under tremendous pressure in that third place. But Ben Barker leads. Alfie BOWTELL's in that second. Barker lifts slightly. Worrall's at the inside.
Well, great start. Oh, and whoa, my goodness me. BOWTELL's had to go straight in that first corner there. Worrall. Oh, excuse me.
It's an inch, I think. Dan's just swallowed a load of shale, I think, in front of me here. But we've lost both Stevie Worrall and Alfie BOWTELL.
So he's going to turn 3 and 4 there. 5-1 comfortable. BOWTELL drifts offline ever so slightly, and Worrall comes up the inside of him here. Right, you see it there. And he goes in. And then BOWTELL straightens up, but then Worrall goes down as well. So it's a 50-50 call on that one, but I think Worrall was the primary cause there because he went down before Alfie. So, not the greatest of starts that the...
I'm going to go out on a limb, Dan. I wouldn't say that's 50-50. I think that's absolutely bang on. Here it is, Mr. Worrall excluded.
Here it is again. You see, goes line very slow because both Barker there straightened up a little bit. Here comes Worrall. Goes into the corner there.
Look, he's already off. He's already out of control there. He's already coming off.
Yeah,
he's already coming off.
Who, BOWTELL or Stevie?
Stevie Worrall.
You think?
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
okay.
He's coming off and he's moved Alfie over, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But my opinion doesn't matter. It's the opinion of Chris DURNO, of course.
And of course, it's first blood, you'd say, to the Gladiators with that exclusion. So, and it was looking comfortable for the first heat there.
So here is heat number 1, and we will have hopefully Alfie BOWTELL off of gate 1 in blue. He's got less than a minute left to get to the start. Drew Kemp is in gate 2 in yellow. Ben Barker gate 3 in red, and the exclusion, of course, of Steve Worrall on gate 4 means that there will be nobody out there on gate 4.
Here comes Alfie. He's all right. Here comes Alfie.
That's good news, and for those of you that don't know where we are positioned up here in the commentary box, we can crane our necks and just about see into the pits. He's not looked after those too well, has he? But here we go. The start marshal is getting them ready for the second rerun of heat number 1. Tapes up, away they go. It's a very even break, and this time Ben Barker hasn't made the best of it. He's had to go very, very wide, and it is Drew Kemp that leads as they go down the back straight. Alfie BOWTELL slotted into that second place. He's already pushing hard on Drew Kemp. Great ride by Drew Kemp.
Well, I was not expecting this from Drew Kemp. What a start from the young lad. He left Ben Barker like he was standing still there, and Barker's now tailed off in third place with BOWTELL in second. But this is what Poole, what nice is both comes steaming inside of Drew Kemp. Oh, it's so close now. One mistake from, they're going so close to the inside curve here. It's all very close, but Drew will have the inside advantages as BOWTELL now switch to the outside. Here he comes, high one hands him up, BOWTELL 1 to go.
This is a brilliant race here, absolutely fantastic from Alfie BOWTELL. No doubt Ben Barker's seen him do that. He's now gone round the outside as well. Tremendous riding from both of the Gladiators here. The crowd go wild, and it's going to be BOWTELL and Barker who managed to get a 5-1. Tremendous racing. Alfie BOWTELL's fallen once again on that slippery outside, but a tremendous ride from the Gladiators. The crowd go bananas on the back straight, and Alfie BOWTELL is absolutely delighted. He took a gamble by going wide. He did take a gamble by going out into the outside on turns 3 and 4, but it's certainly paid off, and that is brilliant racing from the Gladiators, who somehow pull off a 5-1. Alfie BOWTELL in blue, 3 points, 2 points to Ben Barker in red, 1 point to Drew Kemp in yellow, and no score, of course, for Stevie Worrall, who was excluded. 51.50 was the winning time. A 5-1 to the Gladiators, and if they carry on like that with such stoic performances, I think we're in for a treat. Heat number 2, it will be Ben Cook on the inside in white and Harry McGURK off of gate 2 in red. Nathan Ablitt will occupy gate 3 in yellow, and it'll be Ben Morley on the outside in blue. And Ben Morley, of course, has been in great form, certainly in great form in this heat number 2 throughout the season.
I'm hoping that McGURK can do something, and well, Let's see what happens here with heat number 2 and the Pirates against the Gladiators here on Gladiators TV. 5 points to 1. The Gladiators hold that all-important 4-point lead as Heat 2 comes to the line.
Here we go then with heat number 2. The start marshal is ready. And the tapes go up, away they go, and into this first turn it is the rider in yellow who leads. And there's a fall at the back. Harry McGURK has fallen going into the first turn. He is not getting up either.
All I can say, mate, that first race was sensational. You missed the start, but picked Morley up standing still. That was superb.
Yeah, I made the first 2 starts though. I jumped the first one maybe, but the second one I made it, and then obviously I had 1 lap then to get past Drew, so we just sent it.
Did you hear the crowd over the bike? Because the crowd went nuts when he crossed the line.
Yeah, it was good. It was brilliant to see them all up on their feet. You know, it was a great crowd here tonight, and that's what we want.
You saw Alfie, of course. Alfie was the first one to take the gamble and go wide. Were you waiting for him to do that?
Well, I just needed him to get out of my way. So whether he went up the inside or the outside, once he got out of the way, we would have had a go, you know. So, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah, great stuff, Ben. Really good and really good entertainment. And a bit more of that later, please. Here's the rerun, the lineup for the rerun of heat number 2. Ben Cook off of gate 1 in white. Harry McGURK in gate 2 in red. Gate 3 will be Nathan Ablitt in yellow, and Ben Morley once again off the outside in blue. So here we go with the rerun of heat number 2, and Harry McGURK will certainly be hoping to trap a bit quicker and to stay on the machine this time around.
Yeah, hopefully heat number 2, second time of asking, so we can get through the first corner this time.
Yeah, here we go, the start marshal once again ready, and the tapes go up, away they go. Off the inside this time, the rider in white, Ben Cook, makes a good start, and he's able to push wide Ben Morley, and that was an important ride, I would suggest, from Ben Cook. And his teammate is right there in second place, so this is looking good for the Pirates.
I did say that danger man was Ben Cook, but Nathan Ablitt, where's he found this from? It's sensational. Morley's got no answer for him, even though he made the outside, almost right on the inside of him on that turn 3 and 4. But again, the POOLE Pirates there looking to claw back that 4-pointer. And, well, I did say Ben Cook will be having a few rides tonight, but at the moment, he's might not need any, because he's winning out like this with Nathan in second.
Yeah, this is a great performance from the 2 reserves for the Pirates, and Ben Cook looks so stylish coming into this turn down here, down in his turn 1. He is really throwing it in, and now he's got the wheel in the air at the front, looking really stylish here, the Australian. He's going to take a very, very good heat win here in heat number 2, followed up by Nathan Ablitt in that second place. So it's a 5-1 back to the Pirates, which will mean that we are even in this meeting, but that is a very strong performance from 2 very, very strong reserves, and I think that Dan's absolutely on the money there with the fact that they could be the difference this evening. We will have to wait and see as the meeting progresses, but Ben Morley was pushed very, very wide on that first turn by Ben Cook, and I think that was the difference maker. But here is the result of heat number 2. It is Ben Cook in white, 3 points to him, 2 points to Nathan Ablitt in yellow, 1 point to Ben Morley in blue, no score for Harry McGURK in red. 51.75 was the winner's time. And it is now 6-all, so a good first 2 heats. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. I got stuck, my left leg got stuck under the bike, and that wheel nut or something just dug in a bit, but I'm all right.
Definitely made up for it in that rerun. Fantastic overtake. Ben saw you do what you done and followed suit in a Master 5-1 to start the meeting.
Yeah, I'm out now.
Good luck.
So here we go with heat number 3. We've got Alfie BOWTELL off the inside in blue. Danny King is in gate 2 in white, and Louis Kerr is in gate 3 in red. And Zach Cook this time off the outside in yellow.
I still got that bit of dirt down my throat.
Still suffering from getting filled in heat 1, Dan, but yeah, good to see that Danny King is going to be fighting for that British title again, but he's had a bit of an off-season. I'm sure that he'll be giving it his all here. So here we go, the tapes are up, away we go, and it is a very even break between the 3 in the middle. Alfie BOWTELL leads, it's Danny King in that second. Coming up the inside is the other Pool rider, but Louis Kerr goes roaring around the outside. He's not quite got enough speed, but he's going to tuck back up the inside.
Here comes Louis Kerr, and it's contact again! The 3rd race in a row, and someone's hit the deck, and I feel for Louis Kerr here, because he might be in trouble from the referee Chris DURNO, but that was a sensational start there from BOWTELL again. Here we go, here's the runner.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, Louis out.
I'll tell you what, they are trying out there, but yeah, shame that Louis going. I think that it's probably the right decision.
So he's coming out the corner there. Both made a fantastic start from the inside again. So Louis Kerr's gone wide on outside there. He's cut back right here. So he's got that line. He's coming in here.
They're now not on the same racing line. That's the thing.
No, but here we go. Was he in front? Yeah, he was in.
It's
I
incredibly
would
tight.
not
that
like
one.
to have been a referee in that situation.
Here we go with the rerun then of heat number 3, and Alfie BOWTELL all on his own on the inside in gate 1. Gate 2 will be Danny King in white. Gate 3 will have nobody in it, of course, with the exclusion there, and Zach Cook off the outside in gate number 4. So yeah, I'll try and remain impartial, Dan, but you're certainly nailing your colours to the flag, so we'll try and remain impartial.
Glad it is through and through, mate. You know, even though I'm a Exeter boy, Plymouth through and through.
Here we go then with heat number 3. The riders are coming into line. The start marshal is ready, and the tapes go up. Away they go. BOWTELL's not made a bad start, but he's very quickly overtaken by Danny King, and Cook is going right round the outside. He's had to switch up the inside. BOWTELL's got caught out going into that turn, and now he's got the rider in yellow up the inside of him, but Alfie BOWTELL's just singing on to that second.
4-2, this will do for the Gladiators here, even though it'll give Poole a slight lead, but that's what BOWTELL needs to do, just keep it going the 4 laps and get that second. He needs to hold fire, just let Danny King go and settle that second place, but Danny King now, what a start, made a start when it mattered, and he's pulling away and showing what British champion he can be and what he can do on a track like this. But they're spread out right now with 1 lap to go. Danny King looking up front, and a 4-2 for the Pirates.
Yeah, this is a great ride from Danny King, but of course Alfie BOWTELL doing a good job for damage reduction here, holding on to that second place. He got in all sorts of trouble going into that turn 3 early in the race. Managed to get it all sorted though. He hasn't allowed the Australian to come past him. It's a win for Danny King, and Alfie BOWTELL finishing second. A 4-2 to the POOLE Pirates. So a good 4-2 for the Pirates. Not much crowd reaction over there, although I can see a couple of POOLE Pirates flags over there. So here's the heat 3 result. A win in white for Danny King. 3 points to him. 2 points to Alfie BOWTELL in blue. 1 point to Zach Cook in yellow. And of course no score for the rider in red, who was excluded as the primary cause of the stoppage. So 51.66 is the time. Yeah, the lineup for heat number 4, of course, on the inside will be Ben Morley in blue. Nathan Ablitt's on that gate 2 in yellow. Richie WORRALL is in gate 3 in red, and Richard Lawson off the outside in white. And we know how well Richard Lawson goes here, so he certainly will be one to watch here. But
Plymouth Gladiators can pull back that 2-point deficit. Long way to go though. Let's see what happens here in heat number 4.
Here we go as the riders are called into position for this heat number 4. Tapes up, away they go, and it's the rider in white who comes right across the front of Richie WORRALL. The other 2 riders have got tangled up. Ben Morley going into Nathan Ablitt, or Nathan Ablitt and Ben Morley tangling up. And once again we've got a stoppage here. Nathan Ablitt is buried in that fence. I think he's just waiting for it to be lifted off of him. You know, it's just one of those things. Danny King's having a little chat there with Nathan Ablitt, who's walking back to the pits. Of course, he was the one that looked to have come worse off. Here's
the replay again from the start. So watch the inside 2 here, because WORRALL didn't make a decent start on gate 3. He doesn't make a start very well. Lawson's gone straight across, and then yeah, Ablitt just lent on Morley going into the corner. Morley's had to straighten up, and yeah, it's classic case of first Ben bunch in there, and
well, at the moment, Ben Morley's got to get himself onto the circuit, but we are looking at the lineup for Heat 4 rerun. It will be Ben Morley off the inside in blue, Nathan Ablitt off of Gate 2 in yellow, Richie WORRALL will be in red in Gate 3, and Richard Lawson off the outside in Gate 4 in white. And from what we were talking about with personalised Kevlars, of course, Richie WORRALL in the Leicester Lions colours there. He's going to be very easy to spot for me this evening. Hopefully no worse for wears for that incident. Well, he's on the start line, so we can assume that he has made it in time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, here we go with heat number 4, the 3 run of this race. Again, battle of reserves, Morley versus Ablitt, WORRALL versus Lawson. And, well, let's see how this race pans out. Here we go, folks. Stand by for action.
Tapes up on heat number 4 rerun, and straight across the front is Richie WORRALL. That's a great ride from Richie WORRALL. He has pushed the rider in white very wide. They're all together down the back straight. They get very close on the back straight. Very close indeed, but it's still Richie WORRALL ahead of Richard Lawson.
Well, that was very close on the back straight between Lawson and Morley, but it's a 4-2 for the Gladiators. This will do him so nicely over there with the battle of the reserves going the way of Morley. But Richie WORRALL, where was that start cover? He pushed out Lawson like he was standing still, and now Lawson's on his tail like a cut cat. Here he comes out. You can see how fast they're going. They're getting faster and faster. And, well, WORRALL is pulling away from Lawson with 1 lap to go. Can he hang on?
Richie WORRALL's looking very comfortable out in front, and in second place, of course, right there as well, making sure that Ben Morley can have no way to get up to that second place. The rider in white, Richard Lawson. It's a high-speed display by these 4 riders. But it's a good win there by Richie WORRALL. None of the riders really being able to make any ground on each other there. But it was a 4-2, of course, to the Gladiators, which is very important here. And Richie WORRALL gets the 3 points in red, 2 points to Richard Lawson in white. Ben Morley, 1 point for him in blue. And no score for Nathan Ablitt, who did slow up right at the end of that race, but he was certainly on the pace. 4-2 was the score, 51.78 was the time. And we continue to be very close here between these teams because it is now 12 all.
Ben, can we grab a word a minute, mate? So, first race, obviously, not quite got there in the third, but still managed to get that paid win.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I made 2 good starts. I jumped the first one, which is so unlike me. I never roll at the start, never move or anything, but just, I don't know whether it's the heat or whatever, you know, I was just eager to get away, and yeah, it wasn't great. But then we made it in the rerun, then we missed it in the third start, so, but we got the paid win, we got a 5-1, so that's the main thing.
We're obviously, we've had a little bit of rain here with thunderstorms today, and a lot of water's gone on the track. There does look to be a little bit of moisture in the material on the outside. Do you think that could produce quite a lot at the end of the meeting?
Well, yeah, I think it'll produce a lot from now till heat 10 or 11. I think it'll go, I think it'll lose it. So I know they're out there working on the track now. Hopefully they'll put a bit of moisture, try and keep the moisture in it, and then it'll stay longer. But if they don't, I fear that it might go.
Well, hopefully before that goes, a track record might go as well, eh?
Yeah, maybe. We'll try.
Thanks very much, buddy.
Here we go then, gate 1 on the inside, Drew Kemp in yellow, and Lewis Kerr will be in gate 2 in red. Stevie WORRALL, gate 3 in white, and off the outside is Ben Morley, who is the rider replacement here for Hans Andersen. He will be in blue, and he will be on the outside. It's been a difficult difficult start to the meeting for Ben Morley. Yeah, the start marshal is now ready. I think Drew Kemp, lots of gardening on that inside line, getting the circuit ready, but tapes up away, they go.
Oh,
It's a good start off of red for Louis Kerr, he leads. Falling at the back once again is Ben Morley. He's fallen, and I'm sure this race will be stopped from here because he has not got up. The red lights are on. Louis Kerr looked behind him to see that there were 2 POOLE Pirates chasing him.
4th race in a row, and there's a 4th stoppage.
So here is what happened.
Ben's been excluded.
Yeah, that's a shame because there's been a lot of incidents on this first turn.
Let's see here, is this the right call? He's come across here on gate on WORRALL.
I would suggest that is very harsh, wouldn't you?
You need a camera on turn 2.
But here is the rerun of heat number 5, another rerun of course. Gate 1 is Drew Kemp in yellow, Lewis Kerr is in gate 2 in red, Stevie WORRALL is in gate 3 in white, and Ben Morley is excluded from the rerun, and he will not take his place off the outside in blue. So that's a big shame for Ben Morley, a big shame for the Gladiators.
But again, it's that old cliche. You make a start in the first one, but then miss the second one. He's got a lot of catching up to do. But let's see what happens here. In the words of Alfie BOWTELL, come on and let's go, Louis. Let's go, Louis.
Yeah, here we go. He's certainly got a job to do here as the start marshal brings them to line. Tapes go up, away they go. Lewis Kerr has made the start once again. It is Lewis Kerr who leads. He's got right up on the inside. He's got Drew Kemp. Kemp looks to pass him going down that back straight. He gets very close to going to the turn. Drew Kemp has got past going into bend 4.
Well, now you sort of see here that Kemp's now got to look after and see where his partner is. But Louis Kerr, they're getting that second place. He wasn't close enough to put an inside charge on Drew Kemp there. So 4-2 at the moment for the POOLE Pirates. Kemp there looking good at in front with Louis Kerr second. Louis Kerr is closing the gap on Drew Kemp momentarily there. As WORRALL there at the back, he's going to settle that for that third place. 1 lap to go, 4-2 for the Pirates.
Yeah, Drew Kemp, he's riding very well here. He's riding very nicely on that inside line. He's not leaving any spaces, even if Louis Kerr was to get up alongside him. I don't think he would be able to make a pass. He looks very, very steady as he comes around that final turn. And it's going to be a 4-2 to the Pirates, and a very good ride from young Drew Kemp. A very solid ride for him indeed. A shame for Steve WORRALL, who finds himself out the back. But Drew Kemp, he's pleased with that, pats the bike, he's pleased with the bike too, and here is the Heat 5 result. It was a win in yellow for Drew Kemp, 3 points to him. 2 points to Lewis Kerr in red, 1 point to Steve WORRALL in white, and no score for the blue rider Ben Morley, excluded from the rerun. 52.72 was the winning time. It was a 4-2 to the Pirates, which means it's now 14 points to the Gladiators and 16 points to the Pirates. And here is the replay, Dan.
Yeah, great start there from Louis Kerr on gate 2 there, but see WORRALL's gone high, wide and handsome on the safety fence there.
Wasn't handsome, that one.
Well, it was ugly. So you see there, he's gone in and Louis just dropped off the line.
Here we go, heat number 6. Ben Barker will be in red off the inside. Richard Lawson in gate 2 in white. Alfie BOWTELL will be in gate 3 in blue. And off the outside is Ben Cook in yellow this time. Yeah, an interesting one here in store in heat number 6. And we can see there Ben Cook getting himself ready on the outside in gate number 4. It's been very tricky to get across from gate 4, and he will certainly know that here, coming into line for this heat number 6.
I sense a rerun coming.
So here we go with heat 6, and tapes up, away they go, and it's very even. It's a good start from Barker, but he's actually touched the rider in white there. Ben Cook's got up the inside, they come back together, the Pirates, going down that back straight. And it is Richard Lawson who is now chasing after Ben Barker going into lap 2.
Well, great start there from Ben Barker. Made it his own, and Lawson got forced out there on the second turn. And now he's in second with Ben Cook in third. BOWTELL at the back there with a 3-all, which will do the Pirates nice to maintain their 2-point lead. But again, Ben Barker there showing his absolute class out in front. He wants that track record. Wherever it goes tonight remains to be seen, but he's still going for it. He's pulling clear Richard Lawson. Lawson has no answer for our flying stand-in skipper Ben Barker with 1 lap to go.
Ben Barker looking very quick once again here, but crucially the pool pairing of Ben Cook and Richard Lawson back in second and third, and that will keep things even here, and it will maintain Poole Pirates' lead. The checker flag is taken by Ben Barker. He takes another win, and it is Richard Lawson who follows him home in second, and Ben Cook clinging on to that third place as well with Alfie BOWTELL out the back. So a good win there once again for Ben Barker. Here is the heat 6 result. Ben Barker 3 points in red, 2 points to Richard Lawson in white, 1 point to Ben Cook in yellow, and no score to Alfie BOWTELL in blue. 3-all is the score, 52.18 is the winning time, and it's 17-19, and the Pirates still cling on to this slender lead as we go to heat number 7.
Yeah, great start there from Ben. Watch it at the start on the inside there. Made it there on the start, and there, look, he forced out Richard Lawson there. Thought, what happened here? And then Lawson just had to steam past his own team partner to get through in a second.
Here is the lineup for heat number 7. Danny King will be off the inside this time in white, and Richie WORRALL in gate 2 in red. Zach Cook is off of gate 3 in yellow, and Harry McGURK off the outside in blue. So
on the outside there, a bit under strength, I would admit to say, but you know, he's a good little rider. He's got time. He's got plenty of years left in the tank. And this race just getting points in, getting miles under the clock just to get himself sorted. But again, very strong lineup here for the Poole Pirates, pairing of King and Cook. Of course, Zach Cook, a former rider here, of course.
So here we go then with this heat number 7. The riders are ready, the tapes go up, away they go. And it is WORRALL and King off the inside, but it's Danny King that leads. Going round the outside though is Zach Cook. He's going right round the outside, and it's now a 5-1 to Poole at the moment. What can Richie WORRALL do about this? Because that's a great first turn from the Poole Pirates.
Well, great start there from the Poole Pirates, as you said there, Gareth. And it's very close between the front 3 here. I thought almost McGURK was going to go on the inside of Zach Cook there. But again, it wasn't to be. But again, 5-1 for the Pirates. And, well, turning on the screw now with WORRALL's got no answer for Zach Cook on the inside there. Of course, a former rider is Zach Cook here, so he knows his way around. But again, WORRAL's got no answer for him. And with 1 lap to go, a 5-1 on the cards for the Pirates.
Zach Cook's doing a great job here, keeping Richie WORRALL at bay. The Gladiators do not have many 5-1s up against them. This is a tremendous ride by the Poole Pirates. Richie WORRALL, he is still fighting away at Zach Cook in that second place. But it's going to be a 5-1 to the Pirates. And that is a very strong race from the Poole Pirates, from the visitors. Not many teams come down and 5-1 the Gladiators here at the Coliseum, but that has just taken place, and Richie WORRALL didn't really have an answer then for Zach Cook, and Danny King was home and dry. Here is the heat 7 result. It was a win in white for Danny King, 3 points to him, 2 points to Zach Cook in yellow, 1 point to Richie WORRALL in red, and no score for Harry McGURK in blue. 56.68 was the winning time, which seems tremendously slow. 5-1 to the Pirates, 18.24 is now the score, as the Pirates really do start to stretch their lead now.
I think the announcer just called Danny King Danny Cook. Oh dear. But yeah, great start there from almost on the inside of him there, but Cook's just gone right round the outside of WORRALL there, like he was standing still, and almost got in there.
So here is the lineup for heat number 8, and we've got Ben Cook off the inside in yellow for the Pirates, and gate 2 in blue is Ben Morley. Drew Kemp is off of gate 3 in white, and off the outside this time is Alfie BOWTELL in red for the West Colour Gladiators. So An interesting heat number 8 just as we get towards the middle part of this meeting.
Yeah, 24-18. I think you now need to look at this pairing here at BOWTELL and Morley to get that 5-1. The one thing we need is a 5-1 now for the boys. But again, you got Ben Cook, who was second in that last race with Danny King. Oh no, it wasn't again with that was Zach Cook. Sorry, my apologies. Again, strong pairing here for the away team. So BOWTELL and Morley have to do something in this race to force some sort of mistake from the boys to get them back in this race. And if anyone can do it, we know full well it's these two.
So here we go with heat 8, away they go, and it's a very even break off the middle. Alfie BOWTELL's been forced onto the outside, the 2 Pirates are up the inside. It is Drew Kemp who leads once again. BOWTELL slots into that 2nd place, and it is number 6 for the Pirates who's in that 3rd, Ben Cook.
Well, again, Drew Kemp there, fabulous at the start. BOWTELL's now going high in that turns 1 and 2 with Ben Cook there, the tactical reserve coming in. He's got that 3rd place, but again, BOWTELL strains up on turns 3 and 4. Can Cook cover as? The answer is no. He's still got more behind him there. 2 races in 1 there enough, but Drew Kemp, the missile action behind him. BOWTELL there, still going 1 in that corner. He wants that gap with 1 lap to go. Another 4-2 on the cards for the Pirates.
Yeah, this is a good ride from Ben Cook in that 3rd. He's having to keep Ben Morley at bay. He's not making any mistakes in that 3rd place. But at the front, of course, looking good in this one, Drew Kemp once again. I've been very impressed with Drew Kemp this evening as Alfie BOWTELL tries to go wide round the outside. It is a win for Drew Kemp. It's another win for the Pirates. A 4-2 to the Pirates, and I feel that this meeting might be slipping away from the Gladiators here. Great ride by Drew Kemp, who has been sensational this evening. He gets the win, and it's 3 points to Drew Kemp in white, 2 points to Alfie BOWTELL in red, 1 point to Ben Cook in yellow, and no score to Ben Morley in blue this time. 52 exactly is the time. 4-2 to the Pirates in that one, and that means it's 28-20. So this lead is starting to stretch now as we see a replay of heat number 8, and it was a fairly even break for all 4 riders, but it's here where BOWTELL gets pushed very, very wide by Drew Kemp, and that's where Drew Kemp is able to own the race. He takes ownership of that race.
So 3 rides, 2 race wins. How are you feeling with the track, and how's it all going?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, it's a shame to be overtaken twice in heat 1, but you know, to have 2 wins is always a good sign. So hopefully, got 1 more and keep it going.
You definitely look like you've got your gating gloves on. Bike seems to be set up very well coming out of those, especially those second turns. The bike is really pulling forward. Are you happy? Are you going to make any adjustments, do you think, or are you pretty set on everything so far?
Seems to be working at the minute. I've obviously won 2 races on that, so I'll keep it for this last one, and you know, hopefully it will be as good as what it has been.
Well, good luck for the rest of the meeting, mate. So 8 points behind, but the boys are definitely still in there, definitely fighting through. Seems the Pirates are just making a little bit more of those first bends at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment they're getting out of the start and doing the first bends and that, and then we're struggling. But you know, we're trying to work things around and get it going so we can get this match back our way. But they're a strong side, and they've had all 7 all year, and I've only got 2 left from my original 7. So you know, just keep plugging along and see what happens. But you know, at the end of the day, it's make the playoffs and maybe let Paul have his trophy.
Definitely, you know, that's the one way to look at it. Obviously, we have got a couple guests in tonight. As you said, the Pirates have had the remaining 7 all season so far. Yeah. We have beaten the Pirates here and come very close up Wimborne Road, so they aren't unbeatable. Well, they are unbeatable, or they aren't unbeatable. But, you know, still definitely a lot to race for in the closing heats.
Oh, yeah. I'll work the programme around, see what we can do and try and get back into this, you know what I mean? Even if we get them at the end, you know what I mean? We've got 2 good riders in 13 and 15, so, you know, anything can happen in Speedway, anything, so.
Well, we haven't got Bjarni anymore, so he's not going to have to do his Heat 15 special, but good luck for the rest of the meeting, and hopefully we can pull through.
Here we go then, as we get back underway here at the Coliseum. Heat 9 will be Richard Lawson off of gate 1 this time in white. Richie WORRALL is the rider replacement in blue. Ben Cook is in gate 3 in yellow, and Louis Kerr is off the outside in red. So Gladiators represented here by both Louis Kerr and Richie WORRALL. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Of course, Chris DURNO, a highly experienced referee, so somebody that is certainly not shy of dealing out a an exclusion or two. But here we go then, the start marshal is ready, the riders are ready, the tapes are up, away they go in this heat 9, and it's a flying start by Richard Lawson up the inside. Round the outside comes Louis Kerr, and Richie WORRALL's got himself into that second. Louis Kerr now dives up the outside. It's the Gladiators in second and third, but Richard Lawson looking good here.
Well, definitely there, Lewis looking great, but look at this from Worrall. He's closing the gap on Lawson. It's going to be a battle to the end here. Worrall is very, very close. He goes to the high line. Lawson straightens up. Through goes Kerr, and Worrall does he? No, no, quite there. How did they manage to stay on the bikes? That was sensational. And it's now put a 4-2 in situation now for the Pirates. And, well, with one to go, this could be anybody's.
It all changed there in the middle of turn 3, and now at the back Louis Kerr has stopped. That's a big shame, but Richard Lawson has managed to cling onto this lead by hook or by crook. And in second place Richie WORRALL, he's attacking that bend 3. I think that's what they've got to do. It's got close on the line, but it is Richard Lawson that wins. Richie WORRALL finishes second and Bemister third, and it's a 4-2 once again for the Pirates. A great ride by Richard Lawson. Despite the lift in the middle of the turn, he still managed to bring home the bacon, so that's a great result from Richard Lawson. 3 points to him in white, 2 points to Richie WORRALL in blue, 1 point to Bemister in yellow, no score to Louis Kerr in red. 53.56 is the winning time. 4-2 to the Pirates, which means it's now 22-32, and we've got a 10-point lead here for the visiting team.
Well, we saw there Richie WORRALL talking to the to Mark Phillips, so he's not happy with how the track is, but that was a very awkward turn 3. And, well, I don't think we'll get a chance to see it here, but again, Kerr went high wide on that.
Great start from Richard Lawson off the inside.
Definitely it was, but it was later in the race that when Lawson picked up.
Yeah, heat 10 then for POOLE Pirates off the inside in gate 1, Zach Cook. Alfie BOWTELL off of gate 2 in blue. Danny King off of gate 3 in white, and Ben Barker off the outside in red here with a big job to do to put the stops on Danny King, because he's going to be firing coming out of gate 3 for sure. Here we go then with heat number 10, and this is very important because this could get very, very troublesome for the Gladiators if it goes the Pirates' way once again. But the Pirates have simply been sensational so far this evening. Start marshal moves away, tapes up, away they go. All 4 of them get to the bench together, but it is Danny King who leads. Danny King gets to the front, the Gladiators going round the outside, and it's Ben Barker who's taken up the challenge. Alfie BOWTELL's up the inside. It's very close at the moment.
Well, Danny King needs eyes in the back of his head, because here comes Ben Barker. He's going high into the dirt on turns 1 and 2, getting so much more speed than everyone else. And he's still not gathering ground, but it's a 3-all at the moment to maintain the 8-point lead for the Pirates. But here, sorry, a 10-point lead. But Barker now, he's now switched to the inside. Danny King's there. He's going to beat Ben Barker for the first time tonight, which will drop Ben Barker's point. But Barker's gone straight in turns 3 and 4. Can he hold on the outside? Yes, 1 lap to go.
This is great stuff from Ben Barker. He is really trying hard to get on terms with Danny King, but at the moment Danny King is absolutely flawless out in front. Alfie BOWTELL's doing a good job in that 3rd place, holding the rider in yellow at bay, but it's a good win here for Danny King. Ben Barker finishes 2nd, BOWTELL 3rd, and out the back is Zach Cook. So it's a 3-all this time. A great ride from Danny King, who had Ben Barker trying all sorts of lines to try and get past him. He went outside, inside, up through the middle, but it was a win in the end for Danny Cook. 3 points to him in white, 2 points to Ben Barker in red, 1 point to Alfie BOWTELL in blue. No score for Zach Cook in yellow. 52.34 was the time, the winning time, 3-all, which makes it 25-35, and this 10-point lead for the Pirates is maintained.
Yeah, great start there from Danny King at the start, and well, Barker had no answer for Danny there, and just pulled away and showed his class in that race there, and again, still 10 points down, and
so in heat 11, off of gate 1, we've got Richie WORRALL in red, and gate 2 is Steve WORRALL in white. Ben Barker, the tactical sub, coming in here in gate 3 in blue, and Drew Kemp off the outside in yellow.
If they want to claw back this 10-pointer, I think this is where it starts. But again, he got Drew Kemp, who's been flying his last 2 rides, and then he got Stevie WORRALL, who's finally got his gating gloves on and getting a couple of points in on the board against his brother. So here we go then, stand by for action, folks, heat 11.
Here we go then with heat number 11, tapes up, away they go, and it is WORRALL's who are on the inside. The other 2 riders around the outside. Barker's gone very wide. Drew Kemp switched up the inside. Ben Barker's tried to go right round the outside. He's gone in very hard in the top corner, but it's Steve Worrall who leads. Ben Barker now gets through into second.
Well, now we've got a race on it because Drew comes at the back there, but it's all about the front two with Barker now with so much more speed than Mr. Worrall out in front. Our guest Worrall is in third, straight up again, and Dukeham's gone straight there in turns 3 and 4. But again, Steve Worrall they're leading. Barker, this tax-up will not do because it's only a 3-all, so it's not going to dent that 10-point gap. Again, Barker's gone straight in turns 3 and 4. Oh, near enough.
Yeah, there's all sorts of problems going into turn 3 once again, but Steve Worrall out in front doing a great job here for the Pirates once again. Ben Barker, he hits that bump going into the turn. He's once again gone towards the fence. It's a checker flag for Stevie Worrall. The two Gladiators filling second and third. And it was Drew Kemp this time out the back. But a great ride there from Stevie Worrall. Really solid racing for the Poole Pirate. He takes the win. 3 points to him, 2 points to Ben Barker in blue, 1 point to Richie WORRALL in red. No score for Drew Kemp. It was 52.88 the time it took for Steve Worrall to win that race. 3-all was the score, and it's now 28 points to 38, and this 10-point gap continues.
Ben's not making starts tonight. After that first race, he's not made a start at all, and he's made one extra one, but that was about he had to come. I think he came back to that in that last race. I can't remember because it's just so long ago that they had a win.
Here is the lineup for heat number 12, and off the inside will be Louis Kerr in red, Ben McGURK off of gate 2 in yellow, and Harry McGURK is on gate 3 in blue. Between gates 3 and 4 you can see that line, it develops so quickly. You think only a few heats ago that wasn't there. So here we go with heat number 12, tapes up, away they go from the outside. Danny Cook straight into the lead. A great start from Danny King. In that second place is
red lights on.
And the red lights come on, so I assume that somebody must have moved at the start.
Danny King's been given a warning.
Oh, well, he made a very good start, didn't he? So let's have a look at him on the outside.
Yeah, a little bit.
Only just very
little
slightly.
bit, yeah. Referees are quick.
Here is the lineup for the rerun of heat number 12. We have got Lewis Cook off the inside in red once again, and Ben Cook will be in gate 2 in yellow, Harry McGURK in gate 3 in blue, and off the outside with a warning is Danny King in white, and he will have to sit still this time, but he made a tremendous start first time going round the outside.
Yeah, he's got to make it now, and because Danny was flying. I think Danny's unbeaten from 2 rides so far. This is going to be a hat-trick for Danny King, but I was going to say, come on Louis Kerr, let's get this crowd going.
So here we go with heat number 12, tapes up, away they go, and once again Danny King's tried to get across. He's not quite got across, he's had to go very wide. Lewis Kerr's up the inside, but Danny King leads going into turn 3. That really was a tremendous ride by Danny King, but Lewis Kerr's back up the inside of him.
Well, Danny King going a straight start out gate 4 there, and had to go so wide on turns 1 and 2 to make the start, and Louis Kerr chasing in second. Ben Cook with that all-important third place there, another 4-2 McGURK at the back, unfortunately. So another heat advantage for the Pirates. They're then turning on the style here. Gladiators have no answer for this Pirates duo. This flying Danny King out in front. Well, this is going to be a royal point score for him.
So Danny King, a brilliant first bend. He managed to get across everybody despite the fact that he didn't make the best of the starts. He still managed to get in front. He really is on great form this evening. It's another win for Danny King in white. Lewis Kerr finishes second, but crucially Ben Cook coming home in third, which means it's an advantage to the Poole Pirates once again, which brings them 42 points now, and it's 42-30 and a 12-point lead here. Danny King wins, 3 points to him in white, 2 points to Lewis Kerr in red, 1 point to Ben Cook in yellow. No score for Harry McGURK in blue. 52.72 was the winning time, and a 12-point gap now sits between the West Colour Gladiators and the Poole Pirates as we hit heat 13.
Wow, I'm lost for words. I really am, because normally we're seeing the Gladiators in front by now, but you know, Danny King there from the outside had to go around his own team partner, went high wide into the dirt there, and just passed like he was standing still. I mean, Danny's on fire.
So off of gate 1, Steve Worrall in white this time. Ben Barker will be in red in gate 2. Richard Lawson will be in gate 3 in yellow. And off the outside in blue is Richie WORRALL. So both the Worralls
And normally the 12-point gap is for the Centurions or the away team here tonight at the Coliseum. But again, let's see what happens here, heat number 13. Big clash of the big guns. Worrall, Barker, Lawson and Worrall. Here we go.
Here we go with heat number 13 as the tapes go up. Away they go. And Richie Worrall has made a good start, but the red lights
too much.
Come on.
Yeah, Worrall jumped there on gate number 3. Gate 2, sorry.
Yeah, let's have another quick look at it here. And it was almost like he anticipated the start a little bit there. But here's the lineup for the rerun of heat number 13. Once again, Steve Worrall off the inside with the white helmet colour. Ben Barker off of gate 2 in red, and Richard Lawson off of gate 3 in yellow, and Richie Worrall, who must stay still here, off of gate 4 in blue. Calling them into line here for this heat number 13 rerun. Ben Barker and Steve Worrall on the inside, the last to come into line, as they adjust the clutches and get themselves ready for this crucial start here for heat number 13. So tapes go up, away they go. Richie Worrall hasn't made such a good start this time, it's very close. Richie Worrall goes towards the fence. Up the inside is Steve Worrall, and coming round the outside of him is his teammate Richard Lawson. So the POOLE Pirates once again looking good here.
Well, again the Gladiators have no answer for these flying pair in here, and well, again another 5-1 which will extend the lead that the Pirates had. The Pirates got this match won near enough with this gap that's going to be extended, but Ben Barker pushing his own team partner into the fence there near enough. What is going on there? Worrall's now gone high, white hands into the having the cut back on his own team partner. Look at that, he's going outside of him like he's standing still there. But 1 lap to go, 5-1 on the cards for the Pirates, and it's going to be game over.
Yeah, it's worrying scenes there from the back for the Gladiators, but at the front, the POOLE Pirates once again looking tremendous. Steve Worrall, he got himself off the start and took the race by the scruff of the neck very, very early on. He takes another win ahead of his teammate Richard Lawson. It's a big, big 5-1 for the Pirates. They really do stretch this lead now, 47 points to 31. That is a huge lead now for the Pirates. More misery for the Gladiators, and they are going to head back to Dorset on the south coast this evening. Very, very happy with how things have gone, I'm sure. Here is the result of heat number 13. A win in white for Steve Worrall, 3 points to him, 2 points to Richard Lawson in yellow, 1 point to Richie Worrall in blue. No score for Ben Barker in red. 52.56 is the winning time. A 5-1 to the Pirates. 47 points to 31 is the score. But here is the lineup for heat 14. We've got Harry McGURK in blue off the inside, Zach Cook off of gate 2 in white, and Lewis Kerr coming in rider replacement here, gate 3 in red, and Nathan Ablitt, gate 4 off the outside in yellow here. As heat 14 gets ready, the tape's up, away they go, and Lewis Kerr rides into that turn. He is in the lead, and it is Zach Cook that tucks up the inside in that second place, and in third is the rider in yellow. So it's another 3-all, but they've gone square. It's got very close in that top corner again.
Well, Louis Kerr looking good out in front now, and Ben Morley now's going the high line on Nathan Ablitt, but just dropping back ever so slightly. But again, a 3-all will do the POOLE Pirates team nicely. But Ablitt's there straight. Ben's gone straight, has to check up, and I think that's game over for Morley there. But meanwhile, Lewis Kerr there being hunted down by Zach Cook. Looks behind, see where he is. He's right on your Louis. Come around, 1 lap to go. It'll be a good boost here for Louis Kerr to get the win.
Yeah, there's a good win here. If he can hold it together for Lewis Kerr, he's looking much, much better in this one. He has got Zach Cook quite near him though as they go towards the late stage of this race. As long as he can negotiate this tricky final corner, he will take the win. So it is a win for the Gladiators rider Lewis Kerr in this one, but it's a 3-all. 3-all this time once again, so this big gap is maintained. Great ride from Lewis Kerr though. He takes the win, and it's 3 points for the rider in red, 2 points to Zach Cook in white, 1 point to Nathan Ablitt in yellow. No score to Ben Morley in blue. 53.13 was the winning time, and it's now 34 points to the West Colour Gladiators and 50 points to the Pirates. So here is the lineup for heat 15. Off the inside in gate 1 is Richard Lawson for the Pirates. For the West Colour Gladiators, Lewis Kerr in red in gate 2. Gate 3 for the Pirates is Steve Worrall in yellow, and Richie Worrall will be off the outside in blue for the West Colour Gladiators.
The Pirates have just been, they've taken the Gladiators to the sword and they made them walk the plank.
Very good.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Oh, dear. I got to get it into some place. So here we go. Heat 15, the final race of action here. Lawson, Kerr, WORRALL.
Tapes up then, away they go. It's a good start off the inside, and he gets squeezed there. Richard Lawson, he gets squeezed on the inside. Round the outside goes Richie WORRALL. Lewis Kerr goes round the outside as well, and suddenly the Plymouth Gladiators find themselves in a 5-1 situation.
Now, why can they do that at the start of the meeting? Look at these two boys go 5-1 on the cards, unless Lawson and WORRALL can do something about it. But at that moment, it's looking very like a 5-1, which will end the night on a positive note. We're looking ahead there. Richie WORRALL, Louis Kerr, 5-1 to the Gladiators, and well, the Pirates have no option, no answer for these flying guesses. 1 lap to go, bring them home, Gareth.
Yeah, 1 more lap to go, and Lewis Kerr obviously looking much stronger in this one. They've got on the inside. It has got quite dusty here towards the end of the night, but the POOLE Pirates really having no answer to them here. Out of nowhere, a 5-1 to the Gladiators to finish off the night and to finish on a high despite a miserable evening for the West Colour Gladiators. They do manage to finish on a high and give this crowd a little bit to cheer about before they go home this evening. Great ride there from both of the guests for the Gladiators this evening. 3 points to Richie WORRALL in blue, 2 points to Lewis Kerr in red, 1 point to Richard Lawson in white, no score to Steve WORRALL in yellow, and it was 52.19, 5-1, which means it's 39.51 overall. A difficult night for the Gladiators, of course, but came in as a guest and obviously certainly enjoyed that last ride.
Yeah, to be honest, I was desperate for that 15. Started off quite well, tailed off towards the middle of the meeting, which we made changes to the bike, obviously the wrong ones. Went back to the original setup with basically more fuel, bigger jet, more fuel in the engine, and it came off the start then so much better. It was like redemption for me after Heat 13 and the one before, getting beat off Stevie twice, so happy about that one.
Yeah, tough for you for the family way, but obviously, yeah, turning up the engine is interesting, because obviously it's a tight little track here.
Well, no more fuel, which on some tracks can give it more power, but on a track where you're not opening the engine up, can make it flatter because it can't burn it fast enough. It's just there's so many things you can do to these bikes, and it's knowing what to do and when. You know, the weather plays a big part, so I figured it out in the end, I suppose.
And it's a tricky one, of course, down here, because the track's so unique, it's so different, and for a guest coming in, of course, it must be quite difficult to get it right, and that's sort of what's happened for you.
Yeah, I mean, Ben passed on as much, you know, he's fast around here. He had a bit of an off night, but he did pass on as much as he could, so he had a bit of a base to work from, but all engines are different. Mine doesn't work the same as him. I probably don't ride the same as him, so like I said, we had a base to go from, and then a couple of rides to try and figure it all out. And like I said, I think we got somewhere in the end, somewhere close.
Yeah, it looked really good in the end. And obviously a night down in Devon on a Tuesday night. Have you enjoyed yourself mainly, Richie? Has it been a good evening?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm on the bike, that's the main thing. You know, I love riding them, that's why I do it. If I've got to drive to Devon to do it, I will. You know, the more meetings, the better. Because as soon as October comes, or the end of October, that's it then. There's no earning any money, so I will go wherever I'm needed.
Great stuff. Well, we've loved having you here, Richie, and we'd love to see you down here again for either the Gladiators or the Leicester Lions, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.
So, Danny, great night for the Pirates, obviously, and a big night for yourself with a 12-point max.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm really pleased. It's always tough coming in, especially when they've got such a solid outfit. Even with the guests in, you know, they're probably stronger if anything. So, yeah, we deserved that tonight. We rode really hard, and yeah, what more can you say?
It was a fine performance by the Pirates, and one I'm sure as a captain you're very proud of, but you've obviously been down here a couple of times. We've seen you down here with various different riders and things, and you rode the track very well, so is there anything in that at all?
No, I actually rode it very badly last time I was here, so I don't know, it's one of them. I think if on your day, it's all about gating around here, as you know. It makes life a lot easier, and I made 4 starts today, so, and to be fair, the whole team was gating well, and that's what you need.
We were interested to see that you weren't chosen to go out in Heat 15. Were you involved in that decision?
Yeah, I was, yeah. I've hurt my ankle a little bit in that crash, and I asked him if we got all the points. He said yes. I said, let the other boys go.
Fair enough, very generous of you. And of course, another week, another punctured air fence as well. That's not good, is it?
I don't like puncturing air fences. I did a good job on the Sheffield one. It took them 50 minutes to repair it, so I'm not in the best books when it comes to air fences.
You'll get yourself a reputation, Danny.
I will.
But obviously, overall, great night for Pirates, great night for, a poor night for the Gladiators. But to go back to Dorset with such a good result is, the people watching at home must be dead chuffed with their team.
Yeah, I hope so. It's a fantastic start to the Cup, so yeah.
Great stuff. Well, thanks, Danny. Congratulations, and we'll see you down here again very soon. Cheers. Lovely. So that is it for this evening. They're getting ready for the second half here, where we've got a little bit of action going on with a couple of riders, including Adam Roynan, who's signed for the Centurions. Thank you for joining us this week on the live stream. Next week we will have racing, of course, the Oxford Cheetahs here next week at the Coliseum. Hopefully you will be able to join us once again here for racing on a Tuesday evening. We love a bit of racing here on a Tuesday evening, and we love you to join us too. So we will see you next week on Gladiators TV. Goodbye.